type of add is void. Okay, void add is first function, first type, no return type, no return, no. Second, it is not returning something, but takes some kind of a argument like integer, float. Like this, any kind of a data type you can specify in this bracket of add. You can write float, you can write character, anything. Not necessary that first is integer, so second is integer. No, simply the type has to be match whatever you have written into function prototyping. Those data type has to be matched in the function calling and function definition. So if you satisfy this property or if you satisfy this, nothing going to happen. You can use any combinations of the return type in the function bracket, round bracket open and close. The second is, that's why it is called as a with argument and no return value. Okay, now third, you see a function with no argument but returning a value. The third number type is exactly similar to the point type number 1, where no return value, no arguments are provided, means in the bracket there is nothing, simply the return type has been changed. Change the return type is called as the int, integer. Okay, in first type you are using, third type you are using integer, meaning my function is going to return me some value which is of type integer. Okay, whatever the data type you are providing in front of this function is nothing but a returning of value. Okay, this function returns integer value but don't take any argument. Okay, now fourth one, function with arguments and return values. Integer add, int. Okay, in bracket integer, in the sense add is the function which is going to return the value which is of type integer. That is, instead of void we have written int over here. It takes two argument, again those are of form integer itself. So whatever the function you are going to write, this function will fall under one category of this four. Whatever the previous discussion happened, this is for type number 1, but these three are nothing but they are more types that can take argument or take return value, or if either one is missing, either argument is missing or return value is missing, or both can happen, means return type is also there and argument is also there. So these are the four types. Now what we are going to see, we are discussing or we will see four types comparatively with the example of same void add function. Okay, now I know some of you know it better, that is you know function or you can recall the function, but still because performing of data structure, function is so important. Without function you cannot implement the part, so that's why I'm taking the revision of this. Okay, those who know it or those who very well in the writing a program with the help of function, they simply listen it. Okay, so listening won't harm you anything. Some ideas are there that will get clear if you are not recalling those things, or some things has been vanished from your mind. Okay, so what I'll do now, okay, there are two types of argument actually. One argument is called as a formal argument. Second one is called as the actual argument. Now, what is the meaning of this? Just a minute, I'll stop the sharing. Okay. In this, so I have opened a notepad. Okay. Type of arguments are arguments, or somewhere argument is also called as a parameter. Okay, so two names are there. You can call arguments or you can call parameters as well. The first, okay, I misplaced the misspelled type. Yeah, type of arguments. First one, I can say the first one is actual arguments second is called as a formal arguments. Now what is the difference between these two? Actual arguments are the arguments which are related with the main function itself, and formal arguments are the arguments which are written in the function which is your user defined function, like void add, void message, and so on. The actual arguments are the value of your actual arguments are getting copied into your formal arguments, and it performs some kind of a some kind of a computation. So in the example I'll show you what exactly the meaning of this. Second thing you have to consider, uh, scope. Okay, scope of variables. Scope of variables, you can say scope of arguments, you can say. Now what is the meaning of this? The scope of arguments or variables are limited to the function where they have written. Okay, if suppose I am writing something over here, okay, this is let's say void main. Okay, here I have declared integer a. Okay, this is my first function. Again what I did, I have written one more function, like for example I am writing over here void add. Okay, void add. In that, so what I can do in void add, if suppose I am writing, just a minute, integer b, for example, then I'm doing, I'm curly bracket, I'm closing the curly bracket. See what is the meaning of scope of variables or arguments. Now currently I am telling you the meaning of variable. This is integer a is not the argument. Argument is happened only if you are passing something in this bracket, that then and then only it becomes argument or parameter, otherwise everything is a variable. Okay, the thing is integer a, whatever you have written into the void main function, it is absolutely unknown, right? What I'm calling it as a unknown, it is absolutely unknown to function void add. Okay, also a is unknown to add, and here b is unknown. Yeah, b is unknown to main function. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? The thing is, the variable whatever you have declared in curly bracket open and close, the scope of this variable, that is integer a, is absolutely limited to curly bracket open and curly bracket close of this respective function, that is void main. Similarly, integer b, the scope of the variable b is limited to the function void add curly bracket open and void and curly bracket close. Means a is unknown to add and b is unknown to main. Okay, so b is unknown at main and a is unknown at add. Okay, so what we are doing, we are using these actual and formal parameters. What they are doing, they are temporarily copying the values from actual argument to formal argument, and formal argument again to back to actual argument. So temporarily we are using this, and the name is come up with the actual and formal. As the name itself, formal is temporarily and actual is all the things related to the main itself. So why these two names are occurred, actual and formal? Just because this is due to scope of the variables or arguments presented to your main function, your all functions presented in your program. Okay, so any doubt over here regarding what is actual argument, formal argument, and scope of the variables? Any doubt you can ask? Any doubt? Yes, no? So shall I move further? Can I go to the next point?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
example? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope any no doubt is here, because no one is asking me what is happening over here. Okay, so I hope there are only two chances. एक तर सगळंच्या सगळं समजलंय, नाहीतर काही कळत नाहीये काय चाललंय. So I hope, or I cross my finger, you are in first category. All you are getting everything. Okay, anytime, anywhere you can stop me in middle to ask any question. Okay, just a minute, I'll stop my sharing. I'll open one thing. That is the example of all four. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, what I did, I have opened Word file, Microsoft Word, for showing the example previous. Okay, I have where the font is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute. If possible, I'll make some changes. It's good now, I hope. Yeah. Okay, see this. Comparative, always I prefer comparative study. It will help you to understand the difference. Okay, we discussed the one by one from left to right. We will go type 1 to type 3. Okay, so what I written over here, we discuss the function void add. Okay, same thing I am writing over here. Or type 1 is our normal type 1. No add function is written, so you just check it. Whatever we discussed previously, that is void message wala function. I am writing it with India type 1 void India. This one is called as function. Anyone is unmute. Three things are always important. This is called as the thing which you are declaring before main, indicating to the compiler that this is going to happen in my program. This is called as, anyone unmute.
Function prototype.
Function prototype.
Correct, this is function prototyping. This is my void main function. Okay, next line, your function runs one after another. Sorry, your function starts executing statements one after another. So what has happened over here? Two files or two header files are getting identified. Then compiler come to know that void main is the thing, which is void India is the thing which is coming in the program. Next it reaches to void main. Okay, in void main, what will happen? It will start executing one by one. The first line is clear screen. Your screen will be cleared. Printf, what exactly written over here? Printf is I am in main. Okay, what is the meaning? Void main is executing. I am in main. This will be your first line which is going to get executed. Next, it calls, this is called as a calling of a function India. It will jump from this location to where the India is, the definition of function is written. Right? This is the definition because curly bracket open and closes there. This is I am in India now. Okay, this line will interpret this line will execute it. It reaches to curly bracket close. Again it will come back from where it has left its control. This line will be executed. I am in main. Again this line will happen and get ch. So output of this program will be I am in India. Then your next line is next what will happen, it is I am in sorry, I am in main, right? First line is this one, na? I am in main. This line will execute it. Then function call will happen India. I am in India. This will India now. This will be your next output. I am in India. Next line. Again it will come back. It will print this line. I am in main again. So next line is I am in main again. Okay, see this is slash n is written. हे एका खाली एक येणार आहे पण just because we'll go down, that's why I'm writing it by comma. Okay, slash n means these three statements will print one another, every statement in a new line. Okay, this will be the output of first part. In this complete output, you have written nothing, you have provided no arguments, right? So no argument, sorry, no return type void and no argument, the round bracket is empty. So no argument, no return type, right? Now we'll move to the next. First already we discussed 2 times. Now check first one, sorry, second one. Here this I am discussing. Okay. Void square is the name of my function. Here the type 2 is the function which takes the argument but no return value, right? Or you can say return value but takes one argument. Why I am saying this? No return value in the sense void is written. Void kahihi return karat nahi. So that's why void is there. No return value but takes argument. In a round bracket you have written one argument named as integer. Now in this, again this is called as your sorry, function prototyping. Next line I am writing void main. Clear screen, your screen will be cleared. In this square 2, square 12, square 9. Okay, now how many times you are writing this function we have discussed in the previous lecture. How many times you are calling this function from the main, that many times this function will get, okay, square function will get called. I am writing 3 times, so 3 times this void square wali definition will get executed. Okay, now first as I told you, your program goes one after another. So it will reaches to the first line, that is void square 2. You have called the function square by directly passing the argument number 2. Why? See, 2 is written, 12 is written and 9 is written. All are of type integer. What I am telling you, if you are writing an argument as an integer, you are supposed to pass the value integer itself, and whenever you are passing the definition, you are writing a definition of a user defined function, here also integer is to be written. Okay, I'll tell you some wrong things. Okay, if I'm writing void square int over here, and let's see this, if I'm writing in bracket square and in single quote I'm writing C. Okay, what is happening over here? C is your character. Okay, you cannot provide the another data type if you have returned the function as an integer. Compulsory you have to write the integer value in the bracket itself. If you write this, your program will give you error, function mismatch prototyping, because what it tells, your compiler tells, you have given me a prototype, integer wala function is there, sorry, square named function is there which is going to take integer wala argument, and you are passing the character to the function. So this won't work, so your program will give you error over here. Okay, so if you are writing integer over here, you have to pass integer itself. Okay, I'll show you one more wrong thing. See, prototyping, integer is there, you have passed square with the integer number 2, but by mistakenly if I'm writing here void square in bracket character L, again same type of error is going to come because integer is a number, 2 is a number, and character is the alphabet. So 2 cannot get, number 2 cannot get occupy into the character. So again your program is going to give you error. Okay, so compulsory if I'm writing integer, integer has to be there every prototype, function call and function definition. Okay, now see, I hope you are getting. Now not necessary that you are directly providing number 2, you can write like this also. If I'm writing integer a is equal to 2 curly bracket, sorry, semicolon, and if I'm writing instead of 2, if I'm writing a, this also will work because ultimately a is nothing but 2. Okay, getting? So this type, this is another way also to provide the information to the function. So but previously I have written a, so you can use both type, or not necessary that you ask the question, you directly take this, you can use printf statement, printf. Okay, I'm writing short, enter number. Okay, I'm writing scanf. Okay, those who completely forgotten this, just listen it carefully. I'm not going to tell you again about how function works. Percentage d and a, if suppose I'm writing this like integer a, simply I have declared, I ask user enter a, your main function will give you this on your screen. You are putting some value of a is like for example I have entered 67. Okay, so here you can pass a also. Okay, not necessary that direct number to be provided, not necessary that the static value to be provided. You can ask user and that variable you can pass as an argument to this function. This is also one of the type. Okay, so three types are there. You can provide values to the argument. Okay, now what I have written 2. Okay, now next what will happen, square 2, this 2 is of type integer, it will directly go to integer l. Okay, means now what has happened, the control is jump from this line square 2 line to directly this line void square int l. now हे असं दिसणार आता void म्हणजे internally it is like square l ची value l is equal to 2. हे असं झालं. Why this is so? Because this 2 is getting copied into the variable l. Okay, integer l is equal to 2. This is internally happened. Okay, so value of l become 2. Okay, I can write somewhere else. Yes, I'll write here l is equal to 2. Okay, next in the void square k is written, which is the parameter or scope of this k is limited to this area itself. This k is unknown to void main. Okay, now they have void square have given a particular variable named as k. K is useful for storing the value of whatever the computation is performed L into L. That is what is happening now, 2 into 2. Okay, 2 into 2 is written, it is getting stored into the K. Square is percentage D and K. So your answer will be, or output of this is, square is 2 into 2. Square is, what is your answer? 4. Okay, curly bracket close, again it will go back from where it has left its control. Now next line is square in bracket 12. What will happen, L now instead of 2 it will be overlapped with the new value called as a, again original k value which was 4, again it will be overlapped by the value 12 into 12. Okay, what are the answer of 12 into 12 is there, it is getting stored into the k. It will give you square is, I guess, 144. Okay, the 12 square is 144, so this answer will come. Okay, now next what will happen, third line will get executed. Just 1 minute. Okay, third line is 12. Now third line, in that number is getting copied into L. So now L become 9. Same thing happen. Previous value will be 9. Is the answer is in K and will be printed. Now anyone please unmute and tell me what is the final output of this type 2. I have passed to 12:9. So 3 lines will be printed because only single printf statement is there, which was called by main function 3 times. So give me final output of this type number 2.
Is 4,
Anyone?
square is 144, square is 81.
Yes, the final output of this program is 3 line. Square is 9, square is 4, square is 144, and square is 81. Okay, that is the output of this program. Okay, now third type is function which returns the value but taking no. Okay, now compare with the type type number 3. This is type number 3. This is type number 4. Okay, compare your type number 3 with type number 2. Okay, no return type and return type. I'm telling type number 3 is a function with return type but no argument. Okay, return type is integer. In previously no return type was there because of void word. Okay, it returns you something that is integer. Next, this, it takes the argument named as the integer, but this void integer add, this bracket is completely empty, which is no argument. Okay, so the function is returning the value but no argument. Function with no argument and return type is the name of this function. Okay, now I tell you what is the meaning of this. Okay, now integer add, it is a prototype. Okay, as usual. Integer sum, it is one of the variable declared in the void main. Now I told you again, scope of the variable sum is limited to this curly bracket open to this curly bracket close. Okay, the sum is called as the variable which is unknown to integer add, and all the variables LMK which are declared in integer add are unknown to the void main function. So sum is unknown to add and LMK are unknown to the void main. Now in this, so as per our normal flow, your program goes line by line. So integer sum, so the space for sum will be created, screen will be clear as it is clear screen. Now sum is equal to add function will happen. Now in this, your program will scan what is the meaning of this. Sum is a variable which is equal to whatever the function value returned by add. That value which is going to get stored into sum. Okay, because add function is returning something to you. Whatever the function is returning to you, it must be cached by some variable which is there into your main. If you are returning something, if the function is returning, there has to be some variable provided for the function so that the return is So that return has to be saved by, okay, by your way to save to with the type of return value that it can in so it is connected to add. Okay, so indicate yes, LMK is type integer. Now we are asking user to enter to
Excuse me, ma'am.
to user. Someone
Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
it's not
breaking.
audible.
It's breaking.
Hello, now it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute, I'll check. Hello, now it's clear now.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear. Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, here what we are doing, we are asking user to enter two numbers that are getting stored into L and M. So here what I'll do, okay, you ask me to enter two numbers, I am writing 10 and 20. So what will happen, 10 will get stored in L, right, and 20 will get stored in M. So L is equal to 10 and so it is smaller. I told you it is word, yeah. L is equal to 10, M is equal to 20. I enter these two numbers. 10 and 20 get add and it is getting stored into the variable named as K. Okay. See this. The important word comes. The word keyword. Okay. The important word, not only word, it is keyword. Like your integer, float, and all. We have 32 keywords, right? Each word, whatever the meaning of each word, it is already known to the compiler. Such words are called as the keywords. Okay, the meaning of those words have already been defined, and you cannot use you cannot use these words for your purpose, right? You cannot declare int return, okay, because the return is a keyword and it has its own specific meaning. Okay, what is the meaning of this? The addition of L and M is getting stored into the K. You are returning value K to the function main. Okay, you are returning value K to the function main, and this K value is going to get stored into sum. Okay, why this is so? Because तुम्ही काय केलंय, sum is equal to function name and call असं केलंय, right? So whatever the function add is going to return you, that return value will catch by main function into the sum variable, this sum variable. Okay, that it has to be cached by main function with some variable. That variable named is a sum. Okay, so value of K, that is 10 plus 20, will get stored into or cached by main in sum function. The answer is 30. Okay, so in this add returns you value 30. It is get stored into the sum. Addition is percentage d sum. Your output of this program will be addition is 30. See, one more important thing is wherever you are providing a function with the return type, that is int return, compulsory your user defined function will include the word return. Okay, so this won't happen when you are writing this void square or void India and all. When the function will return you something, you are writing return into it, and this returning thing has to be catched by main function in some variable, that is this. Okay, if your function returning you character instead of integer, okay, if I'm see this, if I'm writing char add, this add function is going to return you the value which is of type character, then this some value has to be of character itself, right? So I told you right from the beginning, function prototyping, function calling, and function what I can say, function definition. Yeah, these three must match with one another. You cannot mismatch the type of a variable or a type of a argument with this. Okay, so I hope the things are cleared up till now. Okay, what is the meaning of a return and all. When you write a return statement, you have, when you have a function which returns you something, ज्या फंक्शनच्या समोर void सोडून दुसरं काहीही लिहिलं असेल, त्या फंक्शनला तुम्हाला रिटर्न हे स्टेटमेंट लिहायचं आहे, because this is returning you some value which is of type either 4, int, char, double, float, and so on, right? So this is important over here. Okay, now next, type number 4, which is the combination of type number 3 and type number 2. Okay, this the combination of type 2 3 becomes type 4. You can see integer add in bracket int, the function returning value of type integer with arguments int. Okay, now see this, if I am writing like this, integer, then a b, whatever value I am passing over here, that also be of integer. Okay, you can see integer a 10, integer b 20. Okay, also in the function definition, it must be of integer. Okay, now if I changed it integer and float, float, yes, this b must be of float. Okay, here m also must be of float. Okay, now this change has to be happen. Also the sequence of parameter must be same, means if first is integer and then float. Okay, if here I am writing 20.20. Okay, in this you cannot provide first b and then a. Okay, why? Because add first b, if you are writing b is of type float 20.20, and the first parameter in the integer in the add is integer, so the sequence type of the parameter has to match at the prototype, at the function call, and at the definition. So sequence matter, type matter, so both should not mismatch. Okay, if I am writing b comma a, again it will give you error itself, because first it is integer, you have to provide first variable which is of type int only. Okay, getting? So see, these are some important points you are supposed to write, listen it or note it down somewhere, or because I am not giving any notes of this, I'm simply revising it. Okay, so let me check if any changes are remaining pending. Yeah, int, this is int, this is, yes, it must be of int. Okay, original program. Okay, we come back to the original one. Okay, now this function prototyping, function with returning value, function with takes the argument. Okay, a and b, these are two variable. with integer having value 10, 20. Sum is one more integer value because the return type of add is integer. So whatever add is going to return you have to catch it somewhere. That catching wala variable is of must be integer. Okay, so sum is also declared for catching something. So you can see over here same thing, some add is there from type number 3, this line, just a minute, some add, this line matches with this line, some add, but instead of round bracket empty, here you are providing two variables. Okay, see, this sum add matches with this type number 3, and this add a comma b matches with this type number 2 square 12. So whatever you did in this type 2 and type 3 will be the combination of your type 4. Okay, now what is happening over here? 10 number over here, 20 number over here, means this line is now becoming sum is equal to add in bracket just a minute, 10 comma 20. This line is this. Okay, when I'm passing a and b to add function, 10 and 20 will be this current line. Okay, now what is happening? I am passing the argument 10, 20 to the add function. It will jump to the location where add definition is written. Okay, this is add. Okay, so now what will happen? Here it is integer L, here it is integer M. Now the term I told you, actual arguments and the formal arguments. A and B are called as the actual arguments and L and M are called as the formal arguments. So why? Because temporarily A and B are copying the values of themselves to L and M, right? And also the same thing applicable. The scope of the variable A and B are limited to void main. Scope of the variable LM are limited to add. Okay, L and M are unknown to main, A and B are unknown to add. So A and B are actual arguments. Why? They are sending the values to the user defined function from the main. So they are actual, and temporarily L and M are holding it, so they are a formal one. Okay, so what is happening? Yeah, this 10, 20. Now what is the thing is, I'll write upper side. Okay, int add, this is like L is equal to 20 comma M is equal to 30. No, sorry, L is equal to 10 and M is equal to, what is the value? 20. Yeah, this is the current situation. So integer k is one variable. Here k will add 10, 20. Answer is in a k. Similarly, whatever we did in type 3, if my function returns something, you have to add a return value. So return will get copied into the answer of L and M are getting copied into the k. You are returning this k to main function. It will jump at this location from where it has left its control. So k is equal to sum. Now this will happen. K is equal to sum is equal to 30. This is going to happen now. Addition is percentage d sum. Your answer will be addition is percentage d sum. Okay. The output of this complete program is only a single line. Addition is 30 because only one printf statement is there. Am I right? So I hope you are getting cleared with what is happening over here. Any doubt in type or 4 types? What is the meaning of return value? What is the meaning of actual formal arguments? What is scope of the variable and all? Any doubt in this? Just tell me whether any doubt. I hope all of you are clear because no one is talking anything.
Clear, ma'am.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Any doubt? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'll give you the one program, a small program. Okay, what you are supposed to do, you have to make a, just a minute, I'll stop the screen. Or let it be. Okay, I'll write over here only. Okay, you have to write a program which, very simple program actually, just we need to check whether you get it or not. Write a program which makes square of a number, okay, using type number 4, that is function with argument and return values. Okay, the condition is ask user to enter the, मला काय करायचंय, हे स्क्वेअरचा जो प्रोग्राम आहे, हा स्क्वेअरचा प्रोग्राम या टाइपने करायचा आहे, टाइप 4, a function with returns a value and takes the argument, make a square of a particular number in this. Okay, so how you will perform, you must know the how to make a square, the formula. Second thing, I want argument as float. Okay, I don't want integer. Return type equal to float. This task you have to perform. Okay, now what you do, all of you, you just write in a chat, don't write from hash include stdio and conio, only block of a main and block of a square function, user defined function and main function. Okay, so I need 2-3 lines of main and 2-3 lines of a, what I can say, square required. So just reply me in a chat. I hope all of you are getting this question. So start writing. See, if you press enter, okay, if you press enter, first message will go on to chat. Huh? So make a space. Or you can use your pen, paper, wherever you are writing. I want type number 4 for performing square of a number. Just do it fast. Writing or not? Float square, float void main, float number. I can see the program of roll number A303. Float square, float void main, float number square is equal to 0. Enter number, scanf percentage d and num, square is percentage d and sq return num into num. But A3, this return statement is going to, you didn't call square function from main. Okay, just roll number A3. Okay, what I do, I'll copy whatever. Yes, congratulations to A3 actually. He at least, he or she, don't know. Please unmute A3. A03.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what I do, I'll share the screen of the program, whatever he has typed. Okay, just a minute. I asked this question to you. Okay, first you tried it very well. You
Done, ma'am.
at least you attempted. The attempt is also plays important role when you succeed in your life. Okay, if you didn't try, you are not able to get whether you are correct or wrong. Okay, so see this, what I'll do, I'll make some changes so that he and all those who have written something, they can get clear.
Done, ma'am.
Sorry, someone is trying to say something.
Completed, ma'am.
Completed. Okay, okay. I'll make some corrections over here by one. I get one program on my chat, so I'll check it. Just a minute. I'll make the screen bigger, font bigger, and I'll remove this piece. Okay, see this. I got this. So some corrections are needed. Okay, so check it. Float square float is absolutely correct because you want square and which should take the argument float and it should return a value float itself. The prototyping is absolutely correct. So function float number is written, square is equal to 0 is written. Okay, actually, yeah, TK, this is required, or if you don't write this, no worry. The thing is, you have asked user to enter a number. This is correct. Scanf percentage d and number. The thing is, you have not called function square from the main. Okay, you have directly written a statement of answer. your program must be, only one line is missing. Okay, just a minute. Your program must be SQ is equal to name of a function SQUARE square in bracket NUM. Okay, only this line is missing, which is nothing but you are calling a function square by passing a number. Okay, what will happen now? Yes, your program will jump to the location square, float num. You have float number, return num into num. Okay, what you had done, this number is nothing but the number whatever you have passed. Okay, so return num into num is, this return will give you answer in this part. Okay, SQ, you can write SQ whatever your answer is. But see, for the good programming practice, yeah, this program is absolutely correct. Simply you missed this one statement. And second is, see, this program will work. Okay, but whatever the name of parameters you have used over here in a function, okay, this should be different than original. Okay, like you have passed number over here. Just previously, if I am writing over here n simple, okay, and if I'm giving it n into n and writing this, or the answer will get stored into the SQ. Okay, so instead of writing same formal arguments and actual argument name, you prefer to choose some different name than the actual argument. Okay, this is the good practice of writing a program. Instead of writing, or instead of making conflicts in naming of actual argument and the formal argument, so you use some different variable name over here. Okay, so program is absolutely correct. Simply calling of a function was missed. Okay, so congrats for 8-3, you have written a correct program. So I hope you are getting something whatever it is happening over here. Okay, so any doubt in this? Any doubt what is, or whatever I have explained, whether it is correct, or any query you got it? Yes, I can see multiple answer. I can see A50, B50. Yes, correct answer. A48, A42, A3. Yeah, B47. B47 has written only single line. B42 also written a single line. A3 is there, right? Only 4. I could see only 4 to 5 students have written a correct program, or a complete program. I could see. B42 has written. Yeah, this is also correct. Yeah, B42 correct. A48. Yeah, yes, A48 is also correct. Okay, good. Okay, I hope you are getting what is happening over here regarding function. Okay, so any program, if we ask you to do with the functions, you could able to write that program, and you are very well in, you can able to call those functions from your main itself. Okay, so I hope the idea is clear how exactly function works. Okay, so shall I move to next point? Okay, shall I move to next point? Yes, no, nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so shall I take about structures?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll begin with structure itself. So I hope you are noting it down, or you are getting the noting it down, or taking snapshot. I don't know what exactly you are doing, but please make a note of this, make a single book and copy everything, whatever small points I am telling you. Okay, now I'll stop sharing, just a minute. uh, yeah, I open a notepad. Now I'll take about structure. Sure, okay. Now, what is the meaning of structure? Structure is, we can say, user-defined entity where you can combine multiple data types and its variables values together. Okay. So why this is important? The importance of this is, if I want to club or combine multiple properties at one time at one place, multiple properties at one place, I can use this part. Otherwise, what I have to do, I have to declare it as a different one. Okay, now first I'll tell you example. Now what I want to say. See, you consider any entity. Let's say car, let's say book, let's say student, so on. Any entity you consider, if you consider a human being, human, so all those things, all those things which are there near and there to you are satisfy some kind of a property. Okay, so those properties, if you want to club together, it will be very easy for accessing this information. So the structure is very helpful for us for accessing multiple things together. Okay, now why I want to say like this, because if I consider a normal car, okay, car has multiple properties like its color. Okay, I can say it's company or model or price. Okay, or multiple things like book will have its own pages, author, then I can say its price, rate, is also its edition. Okay, car is having this, book is having this, student, let's consider only three. Student is having its roll, roll number, you have your division, you have your what I can say, email, you have your department or what. Okay, see, like this. Okay, these are some basic characteristics or properties of any entity which are around us that satisfy this property. Okay, now if I am writing, now why do you structure? First I tell you. See, there is no way that on the world, in the world, only single car is present. Okay. Now, if suppose without structure, if I want to write a program to satisfy this property, okay, color, company, model, price, what I'll be doing, integer, what I can say, model number one. Okay, model number, then I can say character, company, character array actually, company name, then I can say float, price. Okay, so for this car, color is remaining na. Okay, character, color in bracket 20. Okay, So for those four property, right? Company, color, model, price. I have declared four data types with this. Okay. So with the help of this information, what I can do, I can store the information about a single car. Okay, one car only. Okay, there is nothing like only one car exists in our world. What if I want to store the information of 5 cars? Okay, I want to store information of 5 cars. See, all entities will have same property, color, company, model and price. The property will intact, they won't change, they are as it is. Simply the values will change. Okay, means if color of my first car is black, the color of my second car is green, the color of my third car is white, red and so on. Okay, simply what will happen, the values will get changed, the characteristics or properties will remain as it is. So what if I want to store 5 car information, 5 cars information? This things I have to write 5 times. Okay, 5 times. This is for my second car. Okay, so you cannot use same variable name for this. So what I have to do, this is model number 1 for first car. I have model number everything I am writing price 2. Okay, this is for storing my second car information. Next, I want to store third car. So again, I have to declare so many things. So what I can do, I can use first things structure to collect the information of all entities togetherly at one place. Next, I will use, if I have multiple things, instead of declaring everything, I will use array of structure. Okay, so two things are there. First is called structure and second is called as a array of structure. Now what is the difference in this? Like I told you, if I want to store 5 car information, I will use array of structure. Okay, if I want to store single car information or simply I want to collect all properties all together at one place, I will use structure. So the difference usually asks like what is the difference between array and structure? Okay, what is the array? Array can only store values of same data type, that is integer. For example, if I declare integer array, all 5 values or all 10 values are of integer. If I declare character, all values are of character. But when I use structure, I can combine integer, float, character, double, and number of data types and their values to satisfy this kind of a property. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll show you one. I'll write one program, or I'll explain the program one by one line. So the let's choose basic book. Okay, because struct book. Okay, struct mm, yeah, struct is a keyword like 32 word. Keyword is known to the compiler. What is the meaning of this keyword has to be already there with us. You cannot use this keyword for your purpose, but you declare structure. Okay, so struct book. Now we discussed that book have some properties. Let's say integer pages. Why pages? Because your book cannot be have pages like I am having 300.50 pages. No, likewise your pages won't occur. They are in a complete number. So it might be 300, 350 or 400, but it cannot be 300.50 like pages. Okay, so integer pages. Someone has written this book, so I can say author name, which is of author, the name of that person is complete. So in the beginning itself I told you that if you want to collect the characters, you have to use the array. If you want to simply provide the name of your division A, B, C like that, you are using single character. Okay, so this is the name of author complete, so it is character author. Next, let's see float price. Yeah, I am wrong spelling of price. Sorry. Okay, integer pages, character author, float. The syntax of the structure is structure, name of struct keyword, name of the structure, that is book, data type variable, data type variable name, data type variable name, curly bracket close, and semicolon. Okay, the block of a structure look like this: curly bracket open and curly bracket close with semicolon. This is the syntax. Okay, next, now after this, what you are supposed to do, you have to create a variable of a structure. Struct book b1. Okay, the syntax is keyword struct, structure name which matches with this book, and this is called as a variable name b1. Now what will happen? b1 is going to store the value for one book, only one book. uh, Listen it carefully, only one book. That book is having pages, price, and author. Okay, so b1 is supposedly storing information of a single book. Okay, next. You can write everything this in a void main itself. Okay, so you assume that void main is over there. Okay, void main struct book. Okay, now next, now you have to ask user what is the structure of a, or okay, let's okay, I'll tell you one more time thing. You are writing integer a like this. Okay, so struct book is nothing but integer, a is nothing but your b1, means the data type of b1 is now structure book, and data type of a is equal to integer. Okay, you can write like this: integer a is equal to 10. Similarly, direct values you can provide in front of this like this. Okay, so the syntax is you have to give equal to sign, curly bracket open. Okay, the sequence, again the sequence must matches with the sequence of all the data type you have written in this block, curly bracket open and curly bracket close. So integer pages is their first value, there must be of pages. My book is having 400 pages. Author, okay, author is there, so double quotes. Let's say your C programming book is written by Kanetkar, for example. Okay, so Kanetkar, comma, third is price. My price for this book is, let's say, 500 rupees and 20 paisa, for example. Okay, curly bracket close, semicolon. So this is whatever I have written over here. It is like your weight, your declaration of value 10 in front of a. Okay, why this is so? As we know, you can assign the values to the variables of every data type. Similarly, you can assign values to the variables of structure data types as well. See, whatever I have written over here in bracket, curly bracket open and close, it is called as a members of the structure. Okay, I'll write in a comment. Comment is always by double slash. Members of the structure. These are members of the structure. So my structure is having 3 members. Okay, so this is equal to this. Okay, another way what you do, you don't write this a is equal to 10. When you write this only integer a, what you do, you ask user to enter a value for a. Similarly, both things can happen with the this line as well. Now see this, whenever I'm writing this, okay, which is equal to a is equal to 10. Okay, here what I can do, I can directly print the values by writing printf double quote, first is the pages is equal to, see, compulsory, now the change has happened, integer is percent, pages is of integer, so percentage double quote complete comma, you have to access the members of the structure with the variable of your structure. Means I will write b1 dot, which member you want to access, pages, so I will be writing b1 dot pages. Okay, double quote, sorry, what, round bracket complete, close. Similarly, 3 printf statements I will be having. Okay, what are those? Okay, these 3 printf statement I'll be having. The first one I want to print, so please unmute yourself, someone. Here I will be right, I want to print these 3 values, so what changes will happen? The author is, now what is format specifier? Anyone?
%s.
Yeah, that is percentage s, because you are using string. So here my changes are b1 dot outh, that is the second member of my structure. Okay, third change will happen, the price is equal to float na, so this is percentage f b1 dot, what is the name, price. Yeah, curly bracket of, not curly bracket, this is curly bracket closure of your void main. Here I'll be writing get ch, curly bracket close, semicolon, and complete. Okay, so this has happened when you have written for the values which are already you have declared or written. If you don't have this values, what will happen? This will be like your integer a. So you gonna ask the people to enter the price and all the things. So I'll write only one printf enter pages. Here I have to write scanf percentage d complete comma, and same thing, simply as it is scanf, you are writing and b1 dot pages, right? So you are asking these 3 things to the user. So instead of typing this, I'll copy paste all. Changes are going to happen only with a syntax, the, what I can say, the numbers, right? Here instead of pages, I will be asking author. Here I will be changing author. Here enter price. I'll be changing over here price. So why I'm writing 3 printf and 3 scanf statement, as many number of members you have declared over here, that many asking you are supposed to do for the user. Every 2 lines are for one what I can say, member of a structure, pages 2, author 2, and price 2. Remaining thing will be as it is. These 3 are whatever the user has inputted the numbers over here, that numbers will be printed as a pages is equal to, author is equal to, and price is equal to. Okay, so this is nothing but a structure part. Now what is the meaning, why I am using this b1 dot pages? Okay, in previous function wala part, I told you that the things whatever you are declaring in curly bracket open and curly bracket close are limited, or scope of them are limited to struct book itself. Okay, means this pages, author and price are absolutely unknown, okay, to your another thing. Okay, if suppose what is happening over here. Okay, listen carefully. If suppose I'm not writing, okay, I'm not writing b1 dot pages. Okay, I have changed it. Okay, see this scanf and pages. Okay, see this pages is written in curly bracket open and close of a structure. Am I right? So you are currently writing this line where you are currently writing this line in a void main curly bracket open. Okay, so as I told you that the scope of that variable is absolutely limited to the location of curly bracket open and close are written. So whenever I am writing only and pages, this pages are not declared inside the main curly bracket open, but it is declared inside the curly bracket open of struct. So simple pages are unknown to void main. Why? Because they are acting as a members of the structure. If you use this b1 as it is a syntax, if I'm using b1 dot pages, the meaning is that you are accessing the data type integer which is for pages, which is a member of your structure. So then and then only it will get access. If you are writing simple pages, your program will give you error because it is unknown to the main. Why? Because it is written inside of a curly bracket of a structure book. Okay, so that's why we have to use this accessing the members with the help of structure variable. So whatever you are writing in front of this, those are becoming a structure variables b1, and structure variables are required to access the members of the structure. Okay, so this is the important why I am writing b1 dot. Okay, now what is this? This program will store only the variable or the values of a single book, that is b1. Okay, now if I want to store the values of 5 books, what I have to do? b2 I will be writing. This b2 is acting as storing the value for book number 2. This is for book number 3. This is for book number 4. This is for 5. So how many statements I need to write? I need to write for a single, I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 statements I have to write for one book. Similarly, for 6 statements for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Instead of this, what I can do, I can use this as a array of structure. So how I can use this as a array of structure? What I can do, like your integer, you are writing, okay, just a minute, just like integer a of 5. When I'm writing this, meaning I can store the values of integer with the common variable name a. Similarly, I can use single variable name b1, and I can create the array of structure by writing it as a 5. This is equal to this one. So what is the meaning? एक b1 ला pages author price होतं, तसं 5 b1 ला प्रत्येकाला pages author आणि price असणार. Am I right? So what is the meaning of this? I can access this value now. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are accessing this value. You are accessing this value by the index. Okay. Now what is the meaning of this? A of 2. You have answer of A of 2 is 3. Am I right? Why? The index starts from 0 to size minus 1. 1 is 0, this one is your index 0, this one is 1, this one is 2. Okay. Similarly, I can access 5 structures. Just a minute. I can access 5 structure like wait a minute. This is going to happen like this. This will be now index number 0, index number 1, index number 2, index number 3, index number 4. Now each this, right, each one of this will have these 3 values: integer pages, integer price, and integer author. B1 of 0 dot pages. Now what you will be writing, if I want to write this printf and all, I'll be writing B1 of 0, sorry, 0 dot pages. Okay, then I'll be writing B1 of 0 dot author, then B1 of, sorry, B0, yeah, B0 dot price. Okay, this has happened for B1 of 0. Similarly, this will be copied for next. This will be copied for 1. This is 1. म्हणजे हे तुमचं बुक 1 झाला, हे तुमचं बुक 2 झाला, so on up to last one, that is your B1 of last wala 0 to 4, right? So 4. So this will be your 5 books. Okay, so like this you have to write for everything. Okay, so what is the final conclusion for this? Are we going to write everything for this? So can anyone tell me how many such for a single thing I have written 6 lines for 5 things, 5 this part B of 5. How many statements you are going to write? 30, I guess. Am I right? 30, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so instead of that, what is the solution?
By using loops.
Yes, absolutely right. What I can do, I can use the loops for this. So check this now, what I'll be writing. Okay, I hope it is clear to you up till now. Struct book, pages, author. Okay, I have declared array of structure. Okay, this is happening with array of structure. Okay, array of structure. So B1 of 5 in this. So how I can write it? I will declare one variable integer I, for example. In that I will be writing for I is equal to 0, index starts with 0, I less than 3, 9, what is that? 5, I less than 5, I plus plus. Okay, curly bracket open. What I supposed to do, I have to write here same lines. Okay, I'll change it with I'll be asking enter pages percentage D and B1 of I dot pages. Okay, next what I can do, enter author, same thing I will be using B1 of I dot author, and third one I'm using same B1 of I dot price. Okay, see this. Similarly, if I want to print, just a minute, here I need to close the curly bracket. Enter pages, enter author, enter price. So what is happening? 0 will take you information for 0th index. First book, I plus plus, I become 1. 1 will take the information for your second book, I plus plus 2, so on up to I less than equal less than 5, that is 5. Okay, 5 books information you are taking. Similarly, for printing the information, what you can do, I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, curly bracket open. What I am supposed to do here, curly bracket open, then printf, simple change B1 of I dot pages, B1 of I dot author, and B1 of I dot price. Okay, this all will print you the information about 5 pages that you are using. Okay, getting? So that is called as your array of structure. So simply by making array of structure variable, you can implement array of structure and can ask and can store multiple information of a book, student, or whatever entity you have chosen particularly for doing this task. Okay, so any doubt in this? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so your task is now in chat you can write what you are supposed to do. You are supposed to implement array of structure for student consisting of roll number and division, and I want 3 students information. Okay, so those who are working on it, what you can do, you just simply type this part. Okay, this much part for in a chart. Okay, so I have given you only 2 data type. You what you write in a chat or what you implement this part, struct student, 2 data types, and this line, these 4 lines, 4-5 lines, and directly this much part only for loop. No need to write next for loop. Okay, so come fast, write it down directly in chat itself like you have written for the previous function example. The size of array of structure size. Check it how it works.
Done, ma'am.
Done. So shall I check it? Wait a minute.
Ma'am, I can't send message. Administrator
Okay.
has disabled
Those were
it.
okay. Fine. So those who are writing, just write it in the chat. Those can able to write, just write it. If someone is writing or not, let me know.
Yes, ma'am, writing.
You're writing, no? Okay. Write
Yes.
it. Yeah, A3, right? Good. Struct student, character div, integer role. Void main, struct student as 3, s of 3, I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, division. Struct student as, yeah, percentage D and s of I dot div, enter roll numbers. Okay, one simple correction, A3. Again, congratulations, you are correct. Division format specifier is percent you have written. The format specifier for division is, what should be the format specifier? You answer. Yeah, I know it is typo mistake. Yeah,
Yes,
correct. You know that, I know. Percentage C must be there whenever you are asking the division. Okay. So the correct, okay, again, what I'll do, I one more time, I copy that program by 3 and I'll show it to you all what he has written. This is the program. Ah, yeah, perfect. Yeah, this is the correct program, I must say. Character structure student, character division, roll number. Yeah, your curly, after curly bracket, you are supposed to give semicolon. This is compulsory syntax.
excuse
What
me,
is
ma'am.
happening? Huh?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, when we are running this program, I'm not getting desired output.
Why?
Ma'am, it is just skipping the division part when the loop is executing for second time.
Yes, you have done percentage C, na?
Yes, ma'am. It's just
Character
skipping that.
division, add SO division part. What you do, make a change of percentage C to percentage S. Check it whether it, because you are running it in double. Where you are running? executing this program
On command prompt.
on command prompt of what?
Linux. Terminal.
Okay, so check Unix, check percentages.
Okay, ma'am.
Because somewhere it gives you error also, because many a times those who are running with the Linux operating system, they are getting that always error for character and string. Now it is working.
Yes, ma'am. It's working.
Working, no? So always be in a position to check percentage C with S and cross check whether it works or not. Okay, because string, if a single character is there and you can use percentages, but if a double if a string is there, you cannot use percentage C. But if you are checking with the bigger one, it is applicable, or you can work with that. Okay, so it is you are getting output, no? Now it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, na? Yes. Okay. So this is the program. So simple one error was there. Semicolon you are supposed to provide after this curly bracket closure. Okay. So this is the structure and array of structure. So anyone can tell me how many number of memory bytes this, because I kept that topic aside because I want answer from you only. How many total number of bytes will be created for creating the structure for a single student, right? And now I am implementing the structure for 3 students. So total how many number of bytes of memory will be allocated for this structure? Tell me first for single, and then tell me for 3 students, or for this line 3, whatever I have highlighted it. Tell me, if it is only single, how much? Integer requires how many bytes?
2 bytes.
And character requires? Character requires 8 bytes of memory.
1 byte. 1 byte. 1 byte.
Yes, character requires 1 byte of a memory, and integer requires 2 bytes of a memory. So total 3 bytes will be created for a single student. Now I am creating 3 students over here. So total
9 bytes.
Yeah, total 9 bytes of memory will be required for this particular part. So why this is why I can say this, because if I increase the number, if I'm using array of 5, so that many times the memory will be created for the structure student. So for 5, how many? 15?
15.
Yeah, 15 bytes of a memory will be created, and each one will be accessible for 5 students, separate 3 bytes, right? Student 1 3 bytes, student 2 3 bytes, student 3 3, so on up to 5. Okay, so I hope any there is a more number of clarification still you needed, or I hope it is clear. Any doubt in this? Structure, array of structure. Any doubt?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
no? Is it clear? Yup. So shall we stop for today? Shall I stop today? Still those who have not updated, for regular students I am providing you the information. Still those who have not updated your practical number 1, practical number 2 and assignment number 1, they are supposed to update or upload it by today itself, because from tomorrow onwards I am not going to accept it. Okay, I have given so many days already for uploading this assignment. For practical number 1, 3 weeks are over, and for practical number 2, 2 weeks are over, and assignment number 1, 1 week is over. So if you consider for practical number 1, total I have given 3 weeks for uploading. If you calculate likewise, so all of you just upload it, because by night I will be stopping the responses of accepting that practicals. Okay, so up to night you upload it. Okay, and I have one more thing I want to ask. I hope all of you have filled the address or any query regarding that address book part. I have uploaded, or I have given one both divisions. CC have posted their address book format or Google format for taking the information. So any doubt in this? I hope all of you have filled it. Filled? Yes, no? Filled it, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because see, for every part, if any body comes like AICT, NAC and all, we submit this information to the higher authority, whatever you give it, plus placement data. If you consider that everything I have written in that book itself, also those who are applying for free ship, scholarship and all part, so we are providing this information to Samaj Kalyan. Okay, so I hope you all have filled the correct information, or if any problem or doubt is there, you can ask anytime to any CC. Okay, me or Ganesh sir. Okay, so I hope you all have filled it. Okay, because by tomorrow we are submitting this to the college office. Huh? So just if you want to change something or anything, just let me know. Okay. Okay, so for today we'll stop it here. Tomorrow morning lecture will take a part of a pointer, okay, as a revision part. So thank you all of you. I'm closing this.